like killing people.
Wait a minute.
I mean,
this is going to be the first time we might stop and start over. You don't tell my secrets on video, Julie. And
you like studying murderers?
I study serial killers. I didn't say I'd like to join them. I'm just fascinated by the why. Okay. Why do they do it? But I don't hurt people like a hitman. I mean, if I were ever to go that route, I would be like Dexter. You've seen Dexter before?
I've seen Dexter.
He's not a killer. He's not a murderer. He's a vigilante trash man. So you can't call him a murderer.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, we're reviewing Hitman.
Oh, wow.
Okay. It was released in select theaters and now it's on Netflix.
Thank goodness.
It's rated R. It's an hour and 55 minutes.
Unnecessarily.
It stars Glenn Powell as Gary Johnson. Mm-hmm. Adria Arjona as Madison Figueroa Masters. Mm-hmm. Austin Emilio as Jasper. Retta as Claudette. And Sanjay Rao as Phil.
Yo, so tell us what's going on in Hitman, because when I think of Hitman, all I think of is somebody from the CIA picking people off that they need to pick off.
Okay, well, Oscar-nominated director Richard Linklater's Sunlit neo-noir stars Glenn Powell as straight-laced professor Gary Johnson, who moonlights as a fake hitman for the New Orleans Police Department.
Yeah, I'm lost at what that word says.
Preternaturally gifted and inhabiting different guises. Whoever wrote this was really
I don't know because
inhabiting different guises and personalities to catch hapless people hoping to bump off their enemies. Gary descends into morally dubious territory when he finds himself attracted to one of those potential criminals, a beautiful young woman named Madison. Mm-hmm. As Madison falls for one of Gary's hitman personas, the mysteriously sexy Ron, their steamy affair sets off a chain reaction of play acting, deception, and escalating stakes.
Now, when I first seen this movie, I'm like, is this considered a romantic comedy or just a comedy? Like,
it's based on it's inspired by a true story.
Inspired by a true story.
Yeah. And they tried to put some romance in it, and I think it is supposed to be a romantic comedy. I'm not positive. I just know
it seems like a romantic comedy.
I kept hearing great things, so I told Tommy, I'm like, we got to do Hitman, thinking that it was going to be great. This is before I saw it, y'all. Mm-hmm. I said we got to do it because people are talking about it. It's supposed to be good. Mm-hmm. I know it's on Netflix, but it was in the theater, so we're going to do it. And she's like, okay, and then I was like, okay, and then we both watched it, and now we're here like.
Now I'm like.
Hey, these people lied to me.
You said they lied to you?
On TV, on the news and stuff. You gotta see Hitman. It's the hit of the year. You know, you gotta see it.
I didn't get that. I enjoyed his different costumes, but I tried to watch it once, didn't make it. I had to go back and watch it again. It was just like blah. First of all, I'm not huge on romantic comedies. It's more. A little bit more of a comedy with a pinch of drama in it than it is romantic, right. But there is some romance in here.
Right.
And I'm not huge on romantic comedies, but this one was just like, I've seen a couple that you recommended, and I'm like, I'm glad I watched that. That was, that was pretty funny.
I technically didn't recommend this one. I thought.
Well, you were going to review it, so I said, you know what? I'm gonna watch it.
You know what, though? I feel like if they really had stuck to the man's true life story, it would have been more interesting than this story, because this was kind of lackluster to me. And the man's life is fascinating, which is why they decided to make a movie. But this, they kind of fell off. It was like it started off kind of interesting,
and then it just went
personas, and then it just
like a roller coaster, and then it just stayed there. It didn't go back up, didn't do no loop-de-loops, none of that. And I was just sitting there like,
I know.
But I'm not going to complain because it was on Netflix.
Right.
So I didn't have to spend any money on it, but I did spend an hour and 55 minutes of my time.
Your life.
Now let's just tell us a couple of facts so we can get done with this one, honey, because...
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. The script originally had the story taking place in Houston, since the real life Gary Johnson was based in Houston. But due to tax credits and other financial elements, they weren't able to shoot the film in Texas, and instead chose to set the film in New Orleans.
Nolans.
The real life Gary Johnson passed away early on in production and never got to see the film. Richard Linklater only talked to him on the phone and never got to meet him in person.
Oh.
I think you might have been disappointed.
Yeah, so, yeah.
No, maybe not. I don't know the guy, so who knows? Because a lot of people obviously like this movie. Netflix acquired the film for $20 million for
Wow.
release in the United States shortly after screening at the Venice Film Festival and the Toronto International Film
I'm
Festival.
surprised about that for this particular movie. Okay.
People
Okay.
love it.
Okay.
One of the personas Gary Johnson plays when meeting a client is based on the Patrick Bateman played by Christian Bale in American Psycho that came out in 2000. Powell had a brief role as Trader Number One, the stockbroker hit by Bane, in The Dark Knight Rises, which came out in 2012, where Bale played Batman.
That's been that long ago?
Yeah.
Even American Psycho, that's been 24 years ago?
Ooh.
You remember American Psycho? That's,
Yeah.
wow. It just seems like the time is, we'll be reading stuff in the sequel, we be like, that was that long ago?
Yeah, and both
Oh
of
my
those movies
gosh.
are better than this movie. So.
I like American Psycho. That's kind of like a classic, you know why.
So let me tell y'all this.
Okay.
On IMDb, they gave it 7 out of 10.
Uh-huh.
On Rotten Tomatoes, the critics gave it 97%,
Woo.
and the audience score is 93%. Tommy,
Okay.
how many clappers are you giving this?
2.5. And I'm not even going to have to discuss it because I already said the movie was bland and it was nothing exciting to me. And I think I'm being generous.
I think you're being generous too.
You know what? This is probably my third time ever since we've done this where I've changed my clappers.
Oh Lord.
I'm sorry, but I have to give it 2. That's just the fact of the matter.
And we are on the same page because I was going to say 2. I didn't know where that 0.5 came from.
That's why I had to stop for a minute.
I'm
Like,
giving it 2. If you like what we like, then you probably just want to skip this movie.
even if it's on Netflix, and even still,
It gets
I
a little
could've-
draggy, a little boring.
I could have rewatched something old. Like I was about to watch
Yeah.
Terminator, the original Terminator.
Yeah. And I like these actors. I like Glenn Powell.
Mm-hmm.
I like Retta. I like Adria. You know, I just
Mm-hmm. They were okay. I mean, it wasn't nothing. Like
I
I
like
said,
them in other things though. I'm saying.
yeah, I liked him in the different characters.
Yeah.
But the movie itself just didn't hit for me.
It didn't
so
hit man.
it didn't. I didn't even realize I did that.
It
That was
didn't
kind of
hit
funny.
me either.
It didn't hit me, right? But anyways, that is our review for Hitman. We're going to be perfectly honest with you.
Skip it.
If you don't have Netflix, don't buy Netflix to get it.
Yeah.
But even
it's
if
at
you're
a
sitting
theater
there,
near you, because we live in the Phoenix metropolitan area, it's only showing. It was. I don't know if it's still there. Only
In
showing at
Scottsdale.
one, which is Scottsdale.
which is a very prestigious theater. If you walk in there, even before Harkins remodeled and did all the, you can order your food and stuff, they already had a full bar. All the other type of specialty foods that they have now, they've already had all this at Scottsdale. So this theater is super nice. It is. I
Gelato.
mean, oh God, they got
They
everything
have
in there.
Nice seating areas.
Yes.
You can sit down and enjoy your food.
You can sit and enjoy the bar if you want to, or I mean, it was super nice. So all of that was there before Harkins actually did the rest of them like that.
Yeah.
But like you said, if I'd have spent the gas to go there, I'd have been mad. I'm not even watching it again on Netflix. So I'm just saying, if you got Netflix and you want to burn almost 2 hours of your time and then be madly disappointed at yourself, then go ahead and watch it on Netflix.
If you absolutely must, then watch it on your laptop and speed up the speed up the viewing so you get the gist of it.
Just adjust to the movie and then that's it. But there you have our review of the movie Hitman, which you can pick up right now on Netflix if you choose to go ahead and do that. And if you do, I mean,
Don't
you
say
come
we
back
didn't
and-
warn you.
That's all I'm saying. I ain't
keeping
want to
it
say
real
it
right here. Don't
Don't
say we didn't warn you.
We warned you.
We have
very
warned you. I
badly.
felt like we did a pretty good job, right?
did.
I said don't waste your time.
You did, and I said I probably won't watch it again. But
Yeah,
like
I won't.
hey, whatever. But thank you anyways for tuning in to our review of Hitman. We hope we've been very helpful towards you. Don't forget that Jules and I, we are on, first and foremost, we are on Cash App. Any donations are appreciated. If you have a legitimate company and you would like us to represent your business, let us know. Just hit our inbox up. We'll get back to you within 48 hours.
Legitimate.
Yep. So if you got t-shirts or something you want us to wear on the show, that's fine. We'll shout you out, shout your business out. And Jules also, want to mention this as well. Jules' son, DJ Aaron Michael, He's made history a little bit in Scottsdale. Will you tell them really quickly about DJ Aaron Michael and the Queued Up podcast? Because that is your son and he does a fantastic podcast, which you've been a guest on.
He is the first black resident DJ in Old Town Scottsdale.
Fantastic.
So go see him at Riot House, at Whiskey Row.
DJ Aaron Michael. Cake. Or go to the Queued Up. There we go. Podcast. There you go.
On YouTube, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts.
Be out there. DJ Aaron Michael, Queued Up Podcast. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for tuning into our review of Hitman. And we'll see you back later with some better reviews and a better movie. Okay? Bye.
Bye-bye. Dang.